Hello and welcome to another episode of Marketing for Your Future. I am your host, Cindy Ashton from the Daily Ad Brief, coming to you from New York City. And we're going to the South today, to Lafayette, Louisiana. And today we've got Frankie Russo from the School of Why. Now, he knows a little bit about the why because he has built multiple businesses, and he truly understands what it takes to market, scale, grow. So hello, Frankie, and welcome to the show.
Awesome. Yeah. Thanks for having me on. I'm excited to chat with you today. I didn't even actually
Yes, I'm
realize how much
so
we'd be talking about
excited.
marketing, but that's
What?
not as much in my bio. Would you realize that I actually built advertising and marketing technology and sold it to a Fortune 500 last year? So my bio doesn't always read that way. So this is fun. This is easy.
Oh, I love that. I think that's fantastic. So you really are the perfect person for this because you have every aspect of this background. So the School of Why. Now, I know why the why is important, but talk to us about why is the why important and what does that mean for people who are going, Cindy, Frankie, what's the why?
Yeah, exactly. What? Why do we have to keep asking this
What are
question?
they
So
talking about?
why? Yeah. For us, the why at the School of Why, which is just simply a community that we're building up of people that have been a part of the book. The two books have more of an instructional cadence. It's 10 steps on how to master your purpose was the first book. And then the second book is a follow-up to focus more on not just purpose, but passion. So what we found is that if you can harness your passion and your purpose and put those together, you can have massive profits. And so the why, when we say why, it's synonymous for the word purpose. And so identifying what your purpose is obviously wildly important, but not just that, it's how do we practically make that a part of our lives. Like, it's great to talk about these lofty dreams or visions or mission statements that we might have for ourselves or our businesses, but what does that mean? How do we get there? And then, quite frankly, that journey as a human is a lot of what the new book was about. We talk a lot about strategic emotions. Some people will call it emotional intelligence, but basically there's a lot of emotions that go into what we do as entrepreneurs, creative people, marketers, that is grueling. And like, what role do I show up with that, while still also being a human and having a personal life? So that's where we really put our focus, is how to be one person. We call it authentic success, which means that I'm not living this kind of dual life, compartmentalized life. And that's something that's a real priority for us at the School of Why. So I don't know if that answers your question, but that's really what
Yes.
our purpose and passion is with what we're doing.
Frankie, I really love that because more and more than ever, people need to feel like they're connected to the brand, to the service, or the product. And, back in the day, you could do the push selling, you could market problems and solutions, and people would buy. But more than ever, people want to be part of a bigger why, a bigger purpose. So for
That's
those
right.
people, let's look at the first part of this purpose. Where do you feel what would be the first step to really help somebody to hone in on what's the purpose of me doing the work that I do? What would be that first step?
Yeah, that's great. So really the first step is looking at what am I passionate about, and am I able to take that, harness it, and use it to help other people. So purpose is a deeper meaningful thing that we all have inside of us, and it all usually is activated when we're out helping someone else with something that we're passionate about. But that's what I mean by putting those two things together. So having purpose is important because and most of us who've been at this for a while, we've come to realize that certain things in our lives, whether it's, having a kid, having a pet, having a meaningful relationship, these are things that matter to us at a deeper level. And when I'm looking to have like long-term happiness, freedom, joy, these types of emotions that we all want and crave, I have to be thinking in terms of sustainability. And the way I sustain those types of positive things is by making sure that there's a deeper meaning, there's a deeper aspect to what I'm doing, especially on a day-to-day basis, right? So
Mm.
purpose, where do you start? Well, you start with asking myself, is where I start, is why am I here? Not necessarily just why am I here on earth, but why am I in this situation? And then looking at, am I good with this? Do I feel like I am fulfilling my maximum potential. And what would that look like? Because a lot of times we chase after money, or success or awards or accolades or whatever it is, only to find out that we're not that fulfilled. And so the why and asking questions about, am I being purposeful? Am I helping others in what I do? Am I bringing something larger to the table? Those are things that I have to continually ask, because here's the thing: what, when, where, how often? These are questions that everyone's going to ask. You have to ask those to survive. You don't actually have to ask the question why in order to survive. But when you do, you're able to thrive in a way that is very powerful and that's more sustainable. A lot of us get passionate about things,
Frankie,
but if we don't have purpose, we
yeah,
can lose it.
no, yeah, no, I love it. This is the best way for, to get yourself marketed is by connecting to that, because it will catapult your brand way faster
Exactly.
than standard marketing.
Yes, because it's
So
authentic
Frankie,
and you're considering
it,
others.
right. So thank you so much for being on the show. I think you and I could probably talk about this for hours, but be
Of course.
sure to check out Frankie. Yes, for sure. And your 2 books. So for those of you watching, thank you so much for tuning into yet another episode of Marketing for Your Future. If you would like to connect with Frankie, please go to dailyadbrief.com and look up his books on Amazon. And we will see you on another episode of Marketing for Your Future very shortly.
Simplify presents Addressable CTV, combining the power of TV with the targeting and attribution of digital. Simplify's Addressable CTV delivers massive reach with the ability to scale without sacrificing precision. TV buyers can generate incremental reach with household-level targeting, frequency controls, reporting, and insights. To learn more about Simplify's Addressable CTV and what it can do for your clients, visit simply.fi.